Hey, VLS math class. You might be able to predict which one we're going to do next. We're going to do the third one in the top row, difference. Remember to click right in the middle and not on that arrow that goes in a circle. That'll just reset your progress. So click right in the middle on difference. All right, same thing as the last couple of times. It gets set up the same way. Two numbers are in the ratio 8:5. There's a smaller number and there's a bigger number. Now, if I put the smaller number on top, I'm going to be tempted to put 8 in the top bar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The ratio of my green blocks is 8:5. But look at this. I don't think this makes sense. The word on the top is smaller number, but I have more green blocks going across, which means that that can't be the smaller number on top. It has to be the bigger number, because whatever ends up going inside one green block, it's going to go inside all of it. So smaller number has to go with the smaller list. All right, green check mark. Okay, it says if the smaller number is 60, 60 then goes on the bottom. And notice that these lines go from beginning to the end of the green. If the smaller number is 60, what is the difference between the two numbers? And now you might see something different. The other line where the question mark goes is in the gap, right? So it's the distance between the end of smaller number and the end of bigger number. This is what we're solving for. We're solving for how much is missing. That's what the difference means. What's the missing amount? Okay, so I'm going to use my drawing tool here. I'm trying to find how much goes in this space here. In order to do that, I can see that 60 is the smallest number, and it gets split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So I'm going to grab my calculator, see if I can find it here. Calculator. 60 gets split into 5. 60 split into 5 is 12. All right, head back into it. All right, I'll put that back on here. Right, it got split into 5. So 12 goes in each box. All right, so I need to find what's missing here. All right, so one way of thinking about what's missing is thinking about how many green blocks are missing. So there are 8 on the top, there are 5 in the bottom. 8, take away 5 is 3. That means 3 boxes are missing, and if each one of those has 12, then what's really missing right here is 12 times 3, which is 36. Another way of thinking about it is if there's 12 in each of these green boxes, then the top from beginning to end is 12 times 8, which is 96. So if I want the difference, I could say, I'm writing down on the bottom now, 96, take away 60, which is still 36. So you can do it however you want to. 36. And remember, if it stops working for you to type in the digits, the numbers, press the C button a couple times. 36. Green check mark. Sweet. Got it. All right. Let's see if we can find a different style. I'm going to see if I can find the other place that they might put the difference in. All right, I found the other type of problem, and I call this like the level 2 version. And you'll see how this one comes in a little bit differently. Let's start the same though. The ratio of Jay, he got mentioned first, Jay's pencils to Derek's pencils is 7:3. So 7 on the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 on the bottom. All right, here's where it's a little bit tricky. It says Jay has 32 more pencils than Derek. Right? So I want to put 32 here, but this doesn't say Jay has 32 more. This says Jay has 32 from beginning to end. This is all Jay has. If Jay had this many pencils And Jay also had 32 more pencils than Derek. Then Derek would have 0 pencils. And we can see down here that there's some purple boxes. So that's not true, right? Which means the 32 doesn't go here. If Jay has 32 more pencils, then the 32 actually goes in Derek's line. And the question mark goes on top. Now, one way that I know that the question mark has to go on top is because that's what the question said. How many pencils does Jay have? That's the question. So if we're looking now at why the 32 goes in Derek's line, it has to do with saying from here to here is 4 boxes. Jay has 4 more boxes, and these 4 represent 32 altogether. That's why the 32 goes there. If Jay has 32 more, it's like saying Derek has 32 less. So those 32 got split into 4 equal boxes, which means each one is 8 because 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to put an 8 in each one. But if I put an 8 in each one of these, then an 8 goes in each one of these. So from beginning to end, I have 8 times 7. And if you didn't know that answer, you could put it in a calculator. It's 56. So now I'm going to put 56 in. But I also want you to notice down for Derek, I can put in 8, 8, and 8. Which means Derek has 8 times 3 is 24. So if I look at this, does this really say that Jay has 32 more? If Jay has 32 more, then I should be able to add both lines for Derek, 24 plus 32, and get that top number for Jay. So here we go. 24 plus 32, 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 5, 56 is that top number for Jay, so it does work. So you can think about these in a variety of ways. That's one reason why I really like these puzzles. All right, same thing as before. Take a picture of all 5 stars, but please make sure that I can see the word difference. Some people are zooming way too far in. I have to see the word difference as well. You could take a picture on this screen, or you could take a picture on this screen. You don't have to crop it and make it small. All right, I can clearly see the word difference and the stars. I shouldn't turn this in. This is only 2 stars, so make sure you turn it in with 5 stars. Come to the help desk if you need help.